you need this. Now granted I printed this laying flat. These will change on a vertical surface as well as what can be printed, what can't be printed. So as we get into Tinkercad, just know you need to know what your machine can do. Doesn't do you any good to create a design if you can't print it. So enjoy. Let me know what you think.
All right, let's get rid of this. Go to click on trash. What I'm having to do is I need, excuse me, I need to do a plate test. So I'm going to take this. What I'm wanting to find out is how fine need to find out how fine I can print grooves. So that's, I'm going to start with two millimeter. That's usually about as low as I'll go on any of that. I know I can true two, but just want to mark it. So this is going to have to be thicker. We'll go like 4. Go 4. The reason I need to do this is for some of my designs I go quite, they could use a lot more detail. And so I need to verify just how much detail I can put on them. So that's let's go shallow. I want to know, there we go. Now we're going to get fancy. Now we're going to go way smaller. So I'm going to come over here to this millimeter and I'm going to cut it down to half. And I'm going to go half, just like that. And I'm going to make that slice. See what our width is here. Yep, that's half. Okay. So now I need to raise that up too. Okay. But then I'm going to do one more and I'm going to move this to a quarter. I don't see myself doing much less than a quarter. So that's a quarter. And then out of curiosity, I want to see what my machine can do with a 0.1. And I'm probably not going to be able to see it very well. 0.1 is, that's really ridiculous to go that low. Let's go 0.1. There we go. And then I want to raise that up. You should do this with your machine. You should do this because you need to know how your machine can print. And you're not going to know about your tolerances very much unless you do this. And I want to know about my tolerances. So I'm going to group that together. And that is some hair lines. even if I can print this line, I probably would just paint right over it. My paint would just seal it in. But I need to see what those tolerances are, because I need to know. And most of those tolerance test things you see on some of these sites, they are not going to show me what I need to do. So from here, I'm going to export, and that's the end of this video. It's just showing you something you need to do if you're going to be doing prints, you're going to be selling prints, you're going to be doing anything like that. You need to know this stuff.
So now you've completed your first tolerance test. Remember, printing it flat versus vertical. There's certain things you're going to be able to get away with flat that you can't get away with vertically, either because of your supports or because of your machine or the filament you're using. And you need to keep this in mind when you're designing, whether it's for yourself or someone else. So it helps to also create a wall where you do the same thing with a wall, not just a flat plate. Now this is just one kind of tolerance test. This tolerance test was for detail. There's other tolerance tests you can do for being able to move, like joints, if you're making a toy. There's ones you can just download for free and just print out, whether it's from Tinkercad site or Colts 3D. There's a number of ways you can get one, or you can just have fun and make it. And I would rather make something than just get it and not experience that creation. You should take time to experience your creation, and let me know the things y'all are making, the things you're interested in. Give me some ideas on how I can help you with putting shapes together for designs. So y'all have fun out there and enjoy your day and take care. All right, here's some case in points I'm talking about. You need to test print. See how he ended up originally coming out looking too much like Mario, even though he's just a fun Godzilla? And then look here. I printed him, but this groove was almost completely gone. So I updated it and I moved things around. You can do this. You can ungroup and you can make bigger gaps. So this is a final design. But what you need, one of the things you need is you need a tool like this. See if I can get it in focus. It does millimeter and it does inches. You've got a hole tolerance on the bottom. Then you've got to actually measure OD. This is inside diameter. This is outside diameter. So you need these for just being able not just to know what your pegs and stuff are going to look like, but also that when you go to make something, you can put it on there and have an idea. Man, if I want to be that same height as that Godzilla, I can take this and I can measure it, and then I can look on there and say, oh, I need to be at 55 millimeters. So then when you're in Tinkercad and you can measure his height, you'll see 55 or 56, and then you know, oh, I need that to be small. Now that comes in handy, like my Santa Claus Atlas mech. That comes in handy even for trying to say, hey, how big do I want that arm to be? Well, I can figure out that forearm using this. Again, it just helps. You don't have to have any of this to have fun on Tinkercad or whatever 3D design thing you're working on. But it helps to have tools like that. And it helps to know what your print would come out like. It's fun to design stuff on there. If you're designing it just to design it and you're not going to print it, no worries. Have fun. Learn techniques and go for it. Build shapes. But if you're actually going to be printing, you need to know what your prints are going to do. You need to test your prints, especially if you're going to put them out there for other people. But anyways, I hope y'all have fun. Let me know the things y'all are working on, things y'all would like to have help on. Take care.